Hey, what's up guys? Drew here over at Rough Hiker Outdoors, and I'm going to review this awesome knife, so stick around. Alright guys, so today I'm going to review this knife. This is the Enzo Trapper 95, and this thing has quickly become, I don't know if it's my favorite fixed blade, but it's right there. I mean, for what it is absolutely excellent. Now, this was one of the knives that was given to me by Larry. If you've watched that video, I'll try to throw a link in there. But this thing is excellent, and I cannot wait for hunting season to roll around to take this knife hunting and field dress some deer with it, because just the blade shape and the profile on this is awesome, and the grip in hand is just, it's nearly perfect in hand. So anyway, I'm going to roll in a bunch of use with this. Okay, now if you've been paying attention, you've already seen this in the UCO Stormproof Sweetfire Tinder. This is the knife that I used in there, and I put a great edge on this thing relatively easily. This is N690 CO steel, which is, in my experience and metallurgically, very similar to 154 CM. So if you have experience with that steel, you know approximately what this is going to be like. I don't believe that this is the stock sheath that came with it, but this is the one that Larry gave it to me in, and in the spare sheaths that I had, I started looking around and I found this Kydex one, and I said, hey, it looks about the same size, so let's try it out. Lo and behold, it was the right one, and I was able to switch this for left-hand carry. So this will be my only true left-handed sheath, and for that I am very thankful. So anyway, let's some of this video is really just going to speak for itself. This knife performs very well. Now, it is a full flat grind, so when the only thing this is really going to suffer on, as far as performance for bushcraft type stuff, is going to be batoning. Obviously, a lower saber grind or a Scandinavian grind with a thicker blade is going to do better. You can see this has some taper, being full flat ground, but for everything else, this knife is just great. Does great in the kitchen. Makes feather sticks easily. Doesn't bite as aggressively as, like, say, a Scandinavian grind. As far as if you want to take off big hanks of wood when you're carving, to me a Scandinavian grind just seems to bite in quicker and be more willing to rip off the big chunks. But like when I reviewed my SE3 and some other full flat grinds, they do just fine. They just have slightly different characteristics. These are much better for meat and game. And now, this knife is called the Trapper, so I believe when this was designed, it was meant for a trapper. This is going to be very nice for skinning, and for field dressing, and even for boning out game, if you just are taking the meat with you. But these micarta scales, you can see there's a red liner. You got the tang, the red liner, and then these polished micarta. Now, when I first saw them, I said, that might be slippery, but micarta almost has, I won't say it's tacky, but because it's not tacky, but it just has this strange quality where it locks in really nicely, and I love micarta for scale material. It does have a lanyard hole, but ergonomics on this, I wear a size XL glove, and you can see that there is a little bit sticking out back there. This palm swell in here, and just kind of how it's flared at each end. Man, it is just stupid comfortable. Very sharp spine. However, I believe Larry sharpened this spine, but this thing absolutely throws sparks like a monster. And holds an edge very well. It's definitely going to hold an edge better than, say, 1095. It's going to take slightly more time to sharpen because it is stainless. But very nice. And I don't believe that this is the sheath that it comes with. And I did add this little dangler on it. This is a dangler loop from a Condor knife, and I just put a little paracord loop in there to keep everything kind of nice. But very good retention in this sheath. Whoever makes it, I don't know. I don't believe, it doesn't look like the ones that come with this online. And this Kydex sheath is really nice too. Again, I wish I knew who made it. It actually has like this, let me see if I can focus on it. It has like this, see that felt lining in there? Right in there. It's like this liner on both sides. So when this thing clips in, it's like totally silent. There's not like that clickety clack, which would be awesome for hunting. You know, no rattle, and I don't know. The Kydex is very well done. I don't know who did that. Maybe Larry can chime in the comments and let me know. But beautiful knife, beautiful sheaths. I love this thing. One of the best knives in hand that I've ever held. Extremely comfortable, and you know, obviously the construction isn't going to be an issue. It's you know, full tang. You can baton with it. Again, I'm not a huge fan of batoning. I don't do it that much with my blades, but everyone asks, so I put it in my videos because there's always the person, well, how's it baton? Okay, well, just watch for yourself. So anyway, guys, you know, there's not a whole lot for me to say. This thing is incredibly comfortable, cuts very nice, slices amazingly with the full flat grind, obviously. I put a convex edge on this by hand, and it takes a very fine edge, as 154 cm and N690 are known for. Takes a very fine edge, has good edge retention, not amazing edge retention, but very good. And this handle is just unbelievably comfortable. So for me, this is, if it's not my, I think it's my favorite right now, fixed blade. But I kind of have like maybe 3 favorites. But man, this thing is right there. One of my favorites that I've ever tested. I really like this knife. And you know what? The prices on these are actually pretty reasonable, considering what you're getting. Now they also offer this in, I believe, D2, and I want to say there's an LMAX version, which LMAX has incredible edge retention, very tough steel. It will take you, you know, quite, you know, it takes some time, it takes some work to get a good edge on there. If you do end up, you know, taking a chunk out, it's going to take you a while to grind that back. And get it back to the way it should be. But you know, LMAX will just hold an edge for a long time. These are also available in a Scandinavian grind as opposed to this full flat grind. So if that's more your flavor, if that's what you're looking for, the Trapper can be had in either the full flat or the Scandi, which is nice. And they have the same handle. Now, along with this Enzo, I got another Enzo. And that's called the Camper 115, I believe. I'll be doing a review on that at some point. Also, I will be doing some giveaways. So this is the end of the review now. You've seen how this thing cuts. You've seen how it feather sticks, how it batons, and how it throws sparks and all that stuff. The knife performs, no doubt about it. Now this is the end of the review, so if you're done with the review, you can leave, but if you want to stick around for some, you know, my encouraging word at the end and the giveaways that are coming, you can stick around. So, giveaways. I don't know if you guys remember this knife, if you've been watching the channel. This is another knife from Finland. This is an Ati Puukko. Excellent knife. Probably the sharpest out of the box that I've ever seen. This is going to be in a giveaway in the upcoming weeks. This is a Spyderco Tenacious. This will also be in a giveaway in upcoming weeks. And this is a cold steel mini Pendleton Hunter. And all 3 of these are actually very good knives. I am going to try to get review. I've already reviewed this, and I sort of reviewed this a long time ago. So I will try to get a video out on this cold steel at some point before it's given away. But I'm very happy with, I mean, these are all solid performing knives. So those are going to be in the giveaways. Now, speaking of giveaways, that's kind of what my encouraging word is today. I just want to encourage you guys to be giving. You know, when Larry gave all of this stuff to me, it really, you know, I was very thankful for it, and it kind of, you know, receiving a gift can really change somebody's demeanor. And when you give someone a gift and you see the impact it has on them, it can really change your demeanor. You know, God's Word talks about giving all the time. You know, Jesus himself gave absolutely everything to us. And there is a huge blessing in giving. So I definitely wanted to do some giveaways with this stuff. And I just want to encourage everyone who's watching this to be giving. In the end, this is all material stuff, and it's all going to rust and rot and go away. And so, you know, don't hold on so tightly to everything. Be willing to give. Be generous, and you will reap what you sow. When I learned to be generous in my giving in church and into others, it just opened up the doors for God to bless me. So, you know, I want to encourage you and maybe challenge you to give somebody something this week. So you don't know the impact that it can have on them. Maybe you're just giving them some of your time. Maybe you're just giving them some help in a task that they're doing. Maybe you're giving them a compliment. Whatever you can give, be generous with it. Don't be stingy. Don't try to hold back. So anyway, guys, God bless. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe, and I will catch you next time.